Hello, I'm Kev. And, I'm still from the internet like I was, weeks ago. Sheepdog, I don't know what's wrong with him. He just seemed to have disappeared off the face of the earth. He doesn't want to do podcasts anymore. He's got a soul con. He just, I don't know, he keeps shouting something about being in a group. And I guess this is me announcing the end of We're from the Internet, because I haven't got anyone to host it with anymore. It's quite disappointing, because I thought it was some of our finest work, but unfortunately, he refuses to leave his house. I don't think he gets dressed anymore, which is a massive turnaround from the days when he was a never nude. He's now an always nude, because he's had his insides cut. Oh, he didn't die, by the way, for those of you who are wondering. I know the last episode title might have been misleading, but he didn't actually die. He survived that, but he's changed. He's a different guy now. It's all very, very upsetting. So, that's it really. I just wanted to do a quick little video, explaining why we're not going to be doing any shows anymore. So I normally say at this point, see you next week, boys and girls, but, I won't, because we're not going to do it anymore. So, I'll stop the tape now, I guess. Want an extra episode of We're From The Internet every week? Head over to we'refromtheinternet.com/bonus to get an exclusive weekly bonus episode 100% free.
Firstly, it's not a video, and there wasn't a tape, and you starting the podcast 10 minutes before I arrive without telling me isn't me saying I won't do it anymore and shouting about groups. I told you I'd be round at 7:30, and here I am with holes and everything.
You got a hole?
I got 4 holes.
How many did you have before?
Well, on top of the ones that we originally...
Hold on, how many holes have I got? 1, 2... The nostrils count as... I've got more than 4 already. Did they sew some of your holes up?
Okay, you're born with 6, so I counted that right?
Yeah, so they've sewn 2 up.
So I've got 10 holes.
And I can see 5 from the angle I'm looking at. So which one of them was a false hole?
Hang on a minute, 7. 11 holes then I've got at the moment, although, well, 3 of them are pretty much better now, which is shocking.
Why have you got 4 holes? I don't understand.
Do you know, me and Mrs. Steve, we were chatting about it earlier on, because she was giving me a hug, and then she just slammed her hand down on my stomach, and I was like, I've got a wound there, you know? And so I was just showing her that, and then she was asking the same sort of questions. So I said, well, why don't we YouTube the operation? So we looked it up, and they make 2 holes just to stick cameras in so they can watch what they're doing in the other 2 holes. Nice. It was bizarre.
Why did she slam her hand down on your stomach?
Because she was giving me a hug, and then she wanted to sit up, and both her and my daughter I now know that when they give me a hug and they want to then move away, they use my stomach as the thing to climb on, and it bloody hurts. But, I've got basically the thing that I didn't know until after the operation, and not even just after the operation, when I went to the toilet after the operation, was they...
Did you explode?
No, not like you. But they use your belly button as one of the holes. They literally stuck a camera through where my belly button used to be.
I mean, where it used to be.
Well, now I have a different belly button, I guess. I actually have one. But, no, it's bizarre. It's just sewn up at the moment. I'm waiting for it to heal.
What, your belly button's sewn up? It's ridiculous.
It's shocking. But,
so you look like an alien now?
Yeah, it looks normal. But the watching the operation on YouTube, they go in, they cut it all, which takes ages, and then they drag it out through the belly button, and it's massive. It's like... It's about the size of a tennis ball.
What is?
The gallbladder.
What, and that fits through your belly button?
Well, it didn't fit through the woman's belly button on this bloody video. They yanked it out, and it was awful. And I
what are they yanking it with? Surely the yanking tool needs to be bigger than the thing it's yanking.
No, it was like a little crocodile clip. Like the sort of thing teachers have. Just holding onto it. But they stuck a bag in, and then went, whoop, whoop, pulled the bag round, and done the bag up, and then pulled it through the bag.
What, you didn't want to watch this before you had it then?
At work, Thursday last week, before I went in for the operation, I was sat there on my lunch break and I Googled, I can't remember what it's called, Lappa or something, I don't know. And I got about 10 minutes in, and when I was snipping through the organ, and I just thought, hang on, I can't watch this, because, and so I didn't. And then...
So, important questions. Did you wake up during the surgery?
Do you know, I was so nervous beforehand, and my wife dropped me off, and I went in, and I was getting nervous about them sticking the cannula in my hand, which is still bruised, look.
I don't care if your
Still see
hand's
the bruise
bruised.
there.
Why are you showing me the back of your hand?
They asked
I know
me-
you're always threatening to show me the back of your hand, but I never thought you'd follow through on it.
They asked me to break sheepdog's law. I had to take all my clothes off and put a gown on that was open
I
at the
warned
back.
you that would happen.
No, I knew that would happen, but I just thought I'd be able to...
I assume they let you keep your denim shorts
Well,
on.
I thought I'd be able to, but no, I had to wander around with an open back.
So did that cure you of being an avenue?
When I was standing in the gents putting it on, I thought, my God, I look like a werewolf. All those times people have said. And then I thought, no, maybe I'm just exaggerating. And then when I laid down on the hospital bed to be taken off, the woman... I don't think she was the anaesthetist. He was this other fella who was just injecting my hand with stuff while I was chatting to the other lady. But she was like, I'll be the lady who shaves you in a moment. And she said it in a really excited, pleased to be there kind of way. And all I remember then is they said to me, right, I've just injected something in there to make you a little bit sleepy. You won't fall asleep, but you'll start to feel a bit drowsy. And then they put oxygen mask on me, and I woke up. And I thought, they haven't done the operation. What's going on? They've just woke me back up again to send me off. Maybe there was a problem. And then I realised I was in a different room, and the nurse next to me just said, oh yeah, we did it. We took it out. You've been asleep for 2 hours. And, it was easy. It was really fine. Didn't feel anything at first. It was just...
But has your body now been shaved?
My belly's been shaved, although it's starting to grow back already.
Did she shave any humerus? Well, you've got a hairy stomach as well. We already established you having hairy shoulders was weird, but you're hairy on the front as well. What is wrong with you?
Man.
Is there any part of your body that's not covered in hair?
Well, we've established no now, really, pretty much. I'm a Yeti.
What about the soles of your feet?
No, they're not. That's ludicrous.
Well, it's
It
ludicrous.
stops at the ankles, Kev.
Yeah, are you some kind of chimp?
Pretty much.
Because even chimps don't have hairy stomachs, do they? They have the hair-free area.
Well, basically, when I woke up and was still in that gown thing, I went to the loo, and so I thought, I had some underwear on at this point. I didn't just strip naked, but I was just looking at the holes and noticed my belly button was just stuffed with bandages. They'd literally just stuffed it with bandages and then a bit of tape over it, and it was just blood everywhere on that. Everywhere else was just a nice little clean plaster over it. They'd stitched it, but then beyond that, you couldn't tell that anything really happened. Those plasters stayed on for like days because it just didn't matter. They weren't dirty or anything. But yeah, it looked weird because I just had my normal hair and then just this.
It's not normal hair. You're abnormal hair. Describe it properly.
Normal for me. But
did she shave any rude words into you?
No, she just made a big kind of round hairless patch, which is bizarre. But as I say, it's growing back now. It turns out I am part wolf because it's pretty much it's probably halfway growing back in a week.
I don't have any of this hair that
You're a bit weird. I find that odd. I find that weird.
We established at Play Expo that you were the weird one because me and Pab both bared ourselves for you. I can't remember which parts of our bodies we showed you, but we got them out. What was
but
it?
I do find that
Arms,
really odd.
legs,
I
it was
don't know.
something.
I find it really odd that neither of you
I know we flopped some body part out on the table, but I don't remember
hairless
what it was.
from the neck down, you weirdos.
Yeah, like a normal person. You're hairless from the neck up, which is backwards.
I was so confused then. I was like, what?
We keep our hair on the top of our heads like humans. You keep yours below the neck like a donkey. Donkeys are hairy below the neck, I think, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're also hairy
Do you
above
have
the neck.
hooves?
No, I don't.
Is that why you don't take?
I'm part of Hobbit, probably.
I assume you didn't take your boots off when you had the surgery, so they didn't see your hooves and your wooden leg.
I don't remember what happened.
You had your boots on.
I probably didn't. I had to put them on afterwards, and that bloody hurt, bending down with a hole
Why
in
did
me.
you have to put your boots on afterwards?
Because I had to get dressed to leave. Actually, I didn't. I wore flip-flops, I remember now. I carried my boots.
You own a pair of flip-flops?
Yeah. I nearly fell down the stairs wearing them. It was bizarre.
How did you get hooves in flip-flops?
No, I was out. Like, I had to sit there for about an hour while everyone asked me the same questions over and over again. And kept bringing me, like, pastries
What were
and
the
coffee and
questions?
stuff.
Why do you keep trying to get into the kitchens?
No, they got me, when I woke up, it was like,
why are you so hairy?
she went, would you like a coffee and some pastry? And I was like, whoa, yeah, like, what the hell's going on here? This is brilliant. Start filling me up. And then they just got me coffee after coffee after coffee. And then I asked, I said, my mum's visiting. When can I start drinking? And they were like, pretty much this evening if you want. But I waited a day. My mum had brought a load of wine with her. Because she knew I'd be alright. We were just, we were on it then. That's about how we roll. But, no, it's been really weird since, because all I've really had is just excruciating pain when I sit up or walk for too long, and because I don't do those things really, I just sat on the sofa working from home, which has been really good. I just made all my calls and emails and stuff there while I just sat there.
Could I throw you down the stairs now without it hurting you? Shall we try it?
See, at the moment, the pain's not too bad. It's a bit uncomfortable, but it feels good. I never realised, I knew I always had a pain in my side because it was gall stones and whatnot, but you remember when I thought I'd broken a rib and I was always in agony and always uncomfortable, and that feeling has gone now, and it is just weird.
So you didn't fall down the stairs, it was all a lie?
I did fall down the stairs, but it wasn't the cause of the problem. But if I breathe in, it feels like there's something missing from that side, which is interesting. It feels very comfortable now, though.
I should have pushed the bandages a bit further up, fill the gap, then you wouldn't have had that feeling.
Well, watching it on YouTube, I didn't realise they once they've cut it out, they just burn everything in there to make it all closed off, which is very interesting.
Nice. Get a lighter in there.
Pretty much.
Bit of lighter fluid.
I was surprised as well. They cut a bit of the old fat out and remove it, clean up the liver a bit.
So you've had liposuction.
My liver's had a bit of a clean.
Probably... You soon fix that, I'm sure. Did you weigh yourself before and after the operation to find out how much a gallbladder weighs?
No, I wish I had. I weighed myself the other day and I'm pretty much as bad as I was before we started dieting.
And bear in mind, you've had part of your body cut out since then, so officially it's worse.
Well, no, I'm still... Actually, no, I forget. I was really bad when we started dieting. I'm probably only a pound more than we were at the best of the weigh-ins, thinking about it. But that still wasn't very good. I've still got a long way to go. But
let's have a weight loss competition.
Yeah, we did that. But no, I definitely still feel quite weird because I was pretty convinced I was going to die, which was obviously unfounded, and I knew I wouldn't. But at the same time, I feel like
we all had our fingers crossed.
I didn't have any plans other than going to work and getting on with my life. I'm sort of sat around now thinking, well, might as well start this game then. I've been putting off, and what books shall I read? I'd kind of squared off my reading, and I'd got up to date on all my programs. I wasn't going to watch Walking Dead season 6 because I just thought, it could end at 5. I'm all right, but no, I'm back and on the podcast again.
Well, you can't be. I've announced it's ended. Weren't you listening at the start?
I wonder how many people, poor souls, would have turned off there just thinking the rest was dead air.
Anyone...
A tribute to me.
Anyone thick enough to turn off a minute into what is clearly a 60-minute podcast is just a moron and shouldn't be listening in the first place. I'm glad they're gone.
I want to know, how would I know if anyone... I mean, people who follow us on Twitter...
anyone who stopped listening 10 minutes ago, tweet in and let us know. If you were watching someone... When we got to that point where I said it was done, if you watched anyone slam their phone down in disgust, tweet us and let us know, because they were probably listening too.
Do you think people will visit in a stadium and listen together?
They're listening now, aren't they? This goes out live, doesn't it, on the radio?
Well, according to you, it's on tape and video.
Well, it is a tape. There's a tape rolling at the moment. What? I didn't mention a video.
You did. You said I just thought I'd record a video by myself.
A video, eh? So what's that camera doing?
It's not filming you.
Why is it there?
I don't know. Unless you're filming one of these, there's no film in the camera type videos.
Well, it's got the pervert light on it. So because the pervert light's off, we're safe.
Okay.
At what point in the history of computers did they start having the pervert light put in?
You've worried me now because I was on my work laptop the other week.
And the pervert light was on. That means someone was watching you.
Yeah. But it popped out the screen and I pushed it back in and it went off. So it's like I just turned the pervert light off.
You turned the perverts off. That sounds about right. But yeah, when did that start happening? Is that what it's for? I assume that's what it's for.
I assumed it was just to light up the film.
What, that tiny little green light that appears next to that? Look, if I turn the video on now, hold on. What can I do to turn video on?
I don't know.
FaceTime.
Okay, maybe it's just so you know your camera's on so you don't go and have a bar.
If I press FaceTime, the pervert
right, I thought on my
so
one
it knows I'm being filmed. See, now we're on video. It's not being recorded anywhere, but we're on video. Hello. I need a haircut. I haven't had a haircut since May.
Really?
Yeah. Because I normally have my hair... No, that's not true. I would have had it at the start of the summer... No, I didn't. I had it at the start of the summer holidays. July.
Still a long time. Again, I didn't have that done because I just assumed, what's the point? It's not,
Well, I've been telling you what's the point when you get a haircut for years. Yeah,
but I meant if I was going to die in the old operation. But
you could have it cut off the top of your head and have some of your weird body hair put up there. Did you ask them while they were in there, rather than shaving your stomach, just swap the stomach skin with the top of the head skin so that you got the thick, luscious hair up there where it's supposed to be?
I did stand there when it was completely bald and think, It doesn't look right. If I waxed myself to clear this all out, it just wouldn't
How
look
much
normal.
would you have to be paid to wax your entire body?
It wouldn't look right. It just wouldn't look
It
normal.
doesn't look great now. I want to see what it... Imagine how much weight you'd lose by taking off all the hair.
There's not that much hair.
You are thick hair all over your body.
There is not thick hair. It's the same as my arms, pretty much.
No, it's not. You showed me your shoulders, and it's like you were wearing a jumper. Were you wearing a jumper under your shirt? It was worse than your beard. You're a pervert. I think it was our shoulders we all got out at Play Expo.
Probably.
Did we all get our shoulders out?
I don't know.
I don't know what got into you, started bearing bits of your body. I think it's because you thought you were going to die. In my last few days, I may as well show my shoulders.
You told everyone why I was called Sheepdog.
I didn't tell everyone. I told
everyone who was there.
Yeah, there was 2 people there.
So you told them why I was called Sheepdog, and you made me show them my shoulders.
Yeah, they've got a lot on you
broke
now.
both of the Sheepdog laws.
Well, you're the one who got your ass out in public. You broke the 3rd one. You made it a hat trick.
I don't remember doing that.
You just said you did when you had your operation a minute ago. You said you got your bum out.
I thought you meant in Manchester, and I was like, I don't remember doing that. I didn't even have anything to drink there. I was just like, well...
So you did have something to drink, because I had something to drink as well, and that was the day I gave up drinking. Because I got beer jaw.
Oh, yeah. Your face melted or something.
Yeah, every time I drink these days, I get really bad jaw pain, and my face goes bright red, and I feel a bit weird. Drunk, you might call it. No, it just makes my face hurt.
You're such a pansy.
And my face go red.
Isn't that only when you drink cheap lagers, though?
Don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't drink anymore.
You're weird.
I'm teetotal.
You're weird.
Yeah, I don't really drink tea either. I'm coffee total. I'm now drinking extra coffee. Even though I didn't really drink anyway, I'm now drinking extra coffee to balance it out.
I had a chat with Dean, who's also had this operation I had, and he was telling me the only thing that bothers him is a bit of cheese now and then, gives him, makes him feel unwell. So the first thing I did was obviously eat lots of cheese all week to make sure I was okay, and I am. But when I drink my lovely coffee pods that I adore, I feel really rough. And I'm starting to worry that I might not be able to drink them anymore. That's going to have ruined my mornings and possibly life if I can't drink coffee anymore. Or
I'll have them.
pods.
My penguin's broken.
You won't. I'd
Give
rather
me your penguin.
just...
I've still got
and
2
burn myself
boxes
with
of
it
coffee
eventually.
pods, but I don't have a penguin to use them with. So give me your penguin now. You can't use it. And I'm thinking of you. I'll protect you from that penguin, and I can drink all that coffee I've got in the cupboard under the sink, which is probably the best place to keep coffee. I also have 2 ice cream tubs full of Starbucks ground coffee from when I had a proper coffee machine, and that's broken as well.
How have you broken that?
I broke it. I break things. I'm a careless man.
Aside from breaking everything that makes you coffee, what else have you done while I've been in purgatory and you've dead or alive?
I've not removed any hair from any part of my body, so I've not had a shave on the face, I've not had a haircut.
And yet you're still... I can see a bit of your chest from here and you've got no hair on it.
There's a little bit there, look.
That's about the same as me.
Nonsense.
You freak.
Yours covers your
Does
entire
yours go all the
body.
way down the
No,
front?
that's it. It stops there,
That's
look.
insane.
Look, stop
I'd
there.
rather have it an even line down my body than
It's
than
the
it just
perfect
stops.
amount so that you can undo 2 buttons on a shirt and look hairy, but you don't have the disgusting hair anywhere else. If I move over towards the nipple,
I don't have any
no
hair.
hair. You bloody do. I can
stops
see
here.
it now. I've got the happy trail as well. That's there.
Yeah.
You just look like you're wearing a carpet. What else have I been doing? I've had a blocked nose for a month now.
It's probably broken nose.
I don't know. It's full of bogies.
Oh,
it's the
don't
weirdest
say that.
thing ever.
Yuck.
It's not a runny nose, it's just full of bogies, and I have to constantly pick my nose to pull the bogies out.
Grow a moustache
And then when they do, blood comes with them. And then I can breathe again for a few minutes. But then at 90 minutes after I've done it, the bogey's back. There's a bogey in there now, and I need to pull it out.
A filter problem. It's like on Twitter when you said, "Oh, we're not recording tonight. Sheepdog's leaking pus everywhere." And I was just like, "That is the grossest thing I've ever read." And I was sat there thinking, like,
it wasn't a lie, though, was it?
no, you made me
boy.
think. I was sat there and I just thought, do you know what? I'm actually quite lucky. This hasn't been a day's problem, a minute's problem at all. I didn't bleed anywhere. Put plasters on me. I actually felt a bit awkward that
Swimming in a lake of pus. Otherwise,
after
it was fine.
3 or 4 days, I suddenly thought, I better swap these plasters out. They're probably, they're still white on this side, but I wonder what they're like. And when I turn them over, there was like a tiny little circle of blood where they'd put them on.
Yellowy green.
But no, I was well impressed. Whatever they used to clean me while they were doing it was alright. I don't know,
So nothing leaked out of you?
No, and honestly, I would have expected that to happen. But when you tweeted it, I was like, "You've got problems. You've got real problems."
How is that a problem?
Just
it's
gross
hilarious.
things
It's exquisite comedy.
to like young boys.
Yeah, I am a young boy. All right, Grandad. I like young man's humour. You with your top hat. And
You're
your
one of those
mic
that have
over
like
there.
a Louis Gooey, whatever they're called, one of those toys where you have to get bogies out of his nose as the game.
I've basically got my own version of that at the moment. I'm constantly tugging bogies. This is the other problem when you got a lot of bogies. Where'd you put them?
You get a tissue and you blow your nose.
Yeah, but I've run out of it. No, that doesn't work. You blow your nose, and people must look at me like I'm some kind of moron, because I'll get a tissue out. I'm really struggling to breathe. I get a tissue out, blow my nose as hard as I can. There's no sound, because it's just air gushing out of my nose. Look at the tissue, completely dry. The only thing for it is to stick my finger up my nose, have a root around, pull out this bogey that's the size of a baked bean and covered in blood, put it in the tissue.
Yeah, that's what
it's
you do.
all fine. Yeah, but I've run out of tissues now because I've had so many bogies. My bin is overflowing with bogies wrapped in paper. What am I supposed to do now? I'm using my shirt at the moment.
Oh, you're vile.
Don't worry, I'm using this side of the shirt. So as long as you're not here for more than 3 or 4 hours, I won't go over to this side of the shirt. That's why I've rolled the sleeves up, so there's someone just to tuck the bogies in on the arm. Ah, you've missed this, haven't you?
I can't talk because I feel like we're going to be sick.
Oh dear, I can't breathe because of the bogies.
I actually can't talk.
I wonder if people listen to this while they're eating their breakfast. Or any meal. What meal would you eat whilst listening to this show?
Well, I'm not eating because I'm on the bus normally.
What, when you listen to us?
Well, I don't listen to this
Egomaniac.
often. I listened the week you said I was dead because somebody sent me an RIP tweet, which I kind of thought, that's a nice sentiment, but who was going to read that?
Plus, you got one.
I got like 3.
Did you?
Which is still crap. I mean,
I assume
screw you.
You've got one of these newfangled modern wills where you leave your next of kin all your passwords so that they can get in and take over your social media accounts. Because Facebook have that thing built in now where you can set your Facebook account to show you as dead. So it becomes a memorial page and it keeps all your stuff on there, but it shows you as being dead. But obviously you have to leave your loved ones your password to be able to do that. So perhaps they assumed you were just a memorial account now.
That seems so pointless, but then I suppose it's like a history book then, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's one step away from living forever as a machine. All my witty comments from the last 7 years will be saved on my Twitter account. You could basically just loop them every 7 years and they'd still be valid, most of them.
My Twitter account would be useless because it deletes all my tweets every 2 weeks, so I've only got about 80 active tweets at the moment.
Why do you have it doing that?
I had it doing it when I was a teacher, and then I just kind of left it at
Yeah, but I'm still a teacher and I've never had it doing that. Every tweet I've ever tweeted is still on there, apart from 2 or 3. that were best deleted almost immediately.
So did you come up with a topic for this week's show, or are we just doing what we've been
Well,
up to?
I said we need a topic for this week's show, and you said, we've not done a show for a month, there'll be loads to talk about. Well, we're 20 minutes in. The only thing that's happened in the last month is you've had half your body hair removed, and you're leaking pus, and I've got a blocked nose.
We went to Birmingham, and we went to Manchester, and...
Have we not done a show since we went to Birmingham?
And we filmed a video with Anna.
Wow,
Did she hand that in?
She did hand it in. She got full marks. Well,
Excellent.
she got a good mark. I don't know if it was full marks. They said, well done. They commented on the particularly realistic fight scene.
Did they really?
No, of course they didn't.
No, I knew you meant
ridiculous.
sarcasm, but I mean, did they really comment on how bad it was? Did the terrorist picture see the light of day?
No.
When I tried to explain
Did I
it-
ever tweet that?
I don't think you did, because when I tried to explain it to Claire and show her it, all I got was a glare.
I'll text it to you now.
And I said to her, but it was only, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, it was pretty bad. Have you seen the
I
picture
haven't seen
since
it.
the day it happened? Hold on. I feel like we kind of probably have to tweet in now, but I'll end up... No, that's the weather. That's not the right app at all. Let's see. What have I taken?
I'll
pictures?
judge whether you can tweet this. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's the look of terrorism in your eyes. It's the look on your face that says we shouldn't tweet it. You look like an angry, angry man.
No one can tell what I'm doing. I'm just holding. No one can tell that I've got a bomb detonator in my
Well, you
left
haven't.
hand.
It was a cigarette lighter or something.
It was an iPhone charger, but I'm just holding up TNT and looking angry. You can tweet that. That's fine.
And the next picture is just as sinister. It's me eyeballing a Twinkie.
You can tweet that though, I don't mind.
What, I'll tweet me eyeballing a Twinkie.
The TNT one, it doesn't look...
Well, you tweet it, because I don't want to get fired for promoting terrorism, so if I text it to you, you can tweet it. We always tweet stuff from me. That's why I'm the one with all the followers.
We're from the internet.
Well, you can do it now, because then I can say I had nothing to do with it. I've texted it to you. Problem solved.
That'll be there when I remember.
Unbelievably, we've not done a show in a month, but the Rugby World Cup is still a thing that's happening.
Yeah. We went out.
Does that ever stop?
Pretty quick, didn't we?
Does that ever stop? Does that just go on forever now? Is that just it? Rugby World Cup for the next 2 or 3 years?
Who's still in it? New Zealand?
A load of places from miles away. None of the European
Southern Hemisphere now, basically.
Yeah. So what's the point? Why didn't they just take it back there? As soon as all the European teams got knocked out, they have a week between games. They might as well have just said, look, should we all just get on a plane and go and settle this in Australia or something? Or just...
Did you see they're campaigning in Australia, or people are campaigning in Australia, to rename their currency the dollary-do?
I'm on board with that.
Yeah, based on a Simpsons joke from like 15 years ago.
I could get on board with that. I quite like that.
But yeah, rugby just kind of fizzled out when everyone... Well, I don't really get it. I thought we were meant to be really good at that, but when I watched us play, we couldn't do a scrum.
No.
Seems odd.
At least you've learnt what a scrum is.
I knew what a scrum was, but it just seems odd that, you know, you're a world-class...
Thank you.
Rugby player.
Thank you very much.
You can't do a scrum.
I'm glad you finally acknowledged me for what I am. And I can do a scrum. I wasn't in that team that you were talking about.
Like, because throwing and catching, you know, my 3-year-old can do that.
Okay.
Running forward, you know, I can just about manage that.
Not for very long.
No, but they don't have to do it for very long. But then the one part you kind of just have to be adept at is getting your head down and pushing a bunch of people
they're good
back.
at getting their heads down, but they just fall over. They get their heads too down, if anything.
But what's the is it the grip on their shoes? Is that causing them to slip down?
No, it's just their incompetence, I think.
Should they have maybe beefed up a little bit? I was reading that we were something like 100 kilograms lighter
What
than...
you're saying is me and you should have been playing for England.
Yeah, they needed a couple of chubbos in there because the people...
Whoa, not us then.
The people in there were too light to go up against the people they were up against. But, I don't know, just...
So when we're done being the Team GB's beach volleyball team at next summer's Olympics, shall we try out for the rugby? And then you really could be rugby's Robbie Fowler. Which is a T-shirt that nobody bought. And
of course nobody bought it.
I'm really disappointed about that. I thought that was going to be the new viral T-shirt sensation. I thought it was going to be like the Ramones T-shirts that all the kids are wearing. You'd have teenage girls wandering around in rugby's Robbie Fowler T-shirts, and then I could shout from the side of the road, "You don't even know who Robbie Fowler is!" You
have weird delusions of going viral, don't you?
That was our most viral idea ever, rugby's Robbie Fowler.
Where's AD was our most viral idea ever.
No, that was too specific to AD. No
but if you look, for some reason Liverpool fans use it all the time. I don't know who AD is, but there's a Liverpool thing on there where they're all moaning about someone.
It was blame AD, not where's AD. Anyway, that
blame
was the big
AD.
one.
Sorry, yeah, blame AD. But they're all blaming someone called AD whenever something goes wrong at Liverpool.
Really? Because I looked at the hashtag the other day, as I want to do.
That's why I looked at it, because I saw you say.
Yeah,
the most recent 2 tweets were someone blaming AD for some sort of Liverpool collapse.
Well, perhaps he made Liverpool collapse.
Maybe he did. Like he made the scrums collapse, so it's all coming together now.
Yeah, blame AD. Should we make blame AD T-shirts then?
No, because no one knows what that's about. That's a 5-year-old joke.
I can't even remember what it's for now.
No. But, other than the rugby, has anything else really gone on? Football went on a break, which was annoying.
Did it?
And then it came back on. Even Posh didn't play for a little while, did they?
Alright. We got a new manager.
Yeah.
Who's apparently working for free because he's a multi-millionaire and wants to rebuild his reputation.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
He's got his own businesses, lots of family businesses. He's independently wealthy. Nothing to do with football. Just independently wealthy as a businessman. And because he ballsed up his last job, he's working for us for nothing to try and get his reputation back. Which surely means if he is any good, he'll just leave the moment he has any kind of success. And it also means he's probably not any good.
How tight's your chairman?
We're just in a
hiring someone
but
who.
That's got to be a lose-lose situation, isn't it?
But how
There's
tight
no upside
could you be?
to it. Very tight. We've got no money, and he wants to sell. Basically, is the general gist of it. I think. I'm looking to get a Japanese million together so that I can take over.
See, I was watching the One Show earlier and was rather impressed by Jerry Halliwell was on it. And she was basically saying she saw a film, really liked it, so took her daughter's entire class to see it just because she wanted them to appreciate it. It's a suffragette film. And I thought, wow, well, when I'm a millionaire, I'll do that sort of thing. I'll just be like, you there, you're watching this because I think it's good. But now I know I can do stuff like that. I can just go into a football club and say, I work for nothing. I just want to build my reputation, and they'll just give me the job.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to pay your bills because you'd have to give up your own job.
No, I'll be a millionaire.
I see. You could just go on a dole and then go and work for nothing.
You could.
Yeah. I might rig up Posh and say, look, I want to build up my reputation as the club photographer. I'll work for nothing. I know you've got a photographer at the moment, but I hear on the grapevine you're paying him. I'll do it for free. And then you just take a few good photos and then go and work for Milton Keynes for decent money. Or wherever you end up.
Do you reckon that's how it all starts? Do you reckon if I said to them, I'll play up front for free, they'd just let me play up front?
I don't know if you'd... I think they'd perhaps play you at left back. I don't know if they'd put you in up front.
Is that a left back in the dressing room gag or...
No, just...
So I can play at left back for Posh, you reckon?
I'll let you play left back for Posh, yeah. When I've got my Japanese million together, when I've bought the club, I'll play you at left back.
Can I have a contract that says I have to start in at least 10 games?
Yeah, in your life, you'll have to start in at least 10 games.
And complete. They'll be there for full 90 minutes.
Well, I don't know if you'll make it that far.
In my life.
Yeah, if you're capable of surviving until the 90th minute, you can stay on the pitch. I assume you'll be gasping for air after about 4 minutes.
I'll pace myself. Be fine.
You're going to need a chair or something.
I'll pace myself. It'll be alright.
Oh,
as long as I stand in the wall, strut around when people take corners, get my head on the end of a few balls, you're right.
Sounds like the plan for your stag weekend.
Take the goal kicks, that could be a job.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of fullbacks taking the goal kicks anymore, do you?
That's it.
That used to be a thing in the 80s when goalkeepers got injured. I suppose it's because there's such a thing as substitute goalkeepers now.
Yeah, but they're all rubbish at it. Someone else should take most clubs.
Yeah, but then you're playing the opposition onside, aren't you? That's why they don't do it. Unless you can have the goalkeeper stood on the halfway line while the left back takes the goal kicks. Yeah, asking for trouble. You know nothing about tactics. This is why I'm a tactical genius and you're a buffoon.
Nah, it'd be fine.
Right, let's talk about something to do with anything. Because you're waffling, and I don't care for it.
Go on in.
Did you buy an Apple Pencil for me?
No.
You were instructed to buy me an Apple Pencil.
Was I? When?
When you tweeted at me and told me you had a whole load of Apple Pencils.
I ate all of them.
Yeah,
really
I asked you to buy some more so that I could have one.
No, I ate them really quick. I've eaten so much this week.
I thought you had no gall now.
That's why I've been doing it, because the way I see it, if I'm pumping acid out and nothing's holding it anymore, then it's just an acid party in there and all the food's going in it.
What happens if you ate a load of lemons and vinegar?
Don't know. Let's find out.
I'll pause while you finish that vinegar you're drinking at the moment.
I'm going to the Bewilderwood on Tuesday.
doing what?
Is that any good?
I don't know what that is.
I was hoping that would be a
What
topic
is a
for you there.
Bewilderwood?
It's a place where you take children and search for the Gruffalo and stuff like that.
Is the Gruffalo there?
Apparently, I don't know. There's a boat that goes around it.
I'd want more information. If it's just a place you go and search for the Gruffalo, I want to know it's a place you can also find the Gruffalo.
Yeah, I believe you
Otherwise,
can.
it's just a really fancy way of making people pay to go to the woods, and you go to the woods for free.
No, I believe there's a sky maze, which...
Is that a maze sponsored by the television company?
No, it's a maze that's high up, not in the sky. I thought it would be in the sky, but...
What? I don't understand what you mean it's high up.
It's above the treetops.
What? So, can you see the treetops below you? Has it got a perspex floor?
No, you're just above it in like a...
So it's a maze on a hill?
No, it's on stilts, I guess.
But you can't see that there's anything below you?
Well, yeah, because there's netting and stuff. And, like, gaps
Where
in
is
the wood.
this place?
Norfolk.
Ugh. It's the wrong way.
It's a big,
I don't go to Norfolk.
big, massive forest, sky maze, lots of crafty stuff to do.
What,
Building
like
dens
sneaking
with
up on
sticks.
people and tying their shoelaces together and stuff like
Rowing
that.
around or sitting in a boat and being rowed around. Rowed around? Yeah, that's the right word. Rowing round the lake.
Yeah,
But I'm not the one doing
you
it.
will be rowed around, I assume.
Yeah, not like a horse.
Even if it was just you and your family in there, you'd be rowed around because you wouldn't be trusted to hold the sticks. You'd drop them in the river again, and then everyone has to swim back. Apart from you, because you can't swim, so they put you in the boat, and then you have your kids out the back, kicking for dear life.
I forgot
to
you
get
were at my
Daddy back to
sister's
shore.
wedding. I forgot all about that. But yeah, it sounds really cool. We were supposed to be going to Dinosaur Land, but someone said it weren't very good. Apparently, it's just a load of dinosaurs.
Plus, have you learnt nothing from Jurassic Park? You can't go to Dinosaur Land.
Well, they said there's these glass balls, and you go around in them, and you know.
4x4s that drive themselves.
Yeah, it sounded really... I didn't have to do anything. There was no chance of me leaving the oars behind and having to swim back to shore.
Where's Dinosaur Land?
Norfolk again. I don't know why my wife's insisting on going to Norfolk, really, but everything points that way at the moment with her.
Perhaps she needs to turn her car around.
Maybe.
I'm going to the Alton Towers water park next week.
It's a bit risky, isn't it?
It's a swimming pool with some slides in. I
don't
don't think you'll lose your legs doing that.
I thought everyone who went there did now.
I don't think that's only people who go on the roller coasters. I think if you just go swimming, you're fairly safe.
I mean, the prices must be good, though. Have they slashed it down?
It's-
Or if you rented the whole place again like you did when you stayed there and accidentally bought the hotel for a weekend.
That was Fort Park, not Alton Towers, you buffoon. No, it's like, I don't know, for the 5 of us to go swimming, it's about 60 quid, I think.
Cracking. That's alright. But it's like proper slides and
Yeah.
craziness, not just the Deep in Leisure Centre.
I assume not. I've never been there. It's Alton Towers. It's probably, I imagine it being the swimming pool with a roller coaster in. That's what I'm picturing. And I really want there to be a plunge pool like there is at Centre Parks in Northampton.
Plunge pool?
Yeah, it was on the roof and it was just a tiny little thing, like a little circle about the size of a person. And it was icy cold water on the roof and you just jumped into it and got frozen up to your head and then got out again. I didn't understand why it was there. Now I'm old enough to ask, why does that exist? I want that to be there. But I went in it 2 or 3 times to see what the fuss was about. And it was just really cold every
It's good for
time.
your paws, isn't it?
I'm not a dog. That's the kind of comedy you've been missing, boys and girls.
Probably sort your nose out.
I like rapids.
It'd make your nose clench and then burst open.
Short noses, does it? You need the heat. I'd need to jump into boiling hot water.
No, but that's the idea, isn't it? You jump in, you get really cold, then you jump out and you're warm again.
But I won't be warm because I'll be on the roof of a building in November. Or late October. I'm going to get out and be colder than I was when I was in the icy cold water. I'd like there to be a hot tub. I don't think there is. I'd like rapids. I don't think there is. I haven't really looked. I need to look at what's at the Alton Towers water park. How do you spell it? Alton Towers water park. I don't know if I've got any trunks either. Would you go to a water park and get your hairy shoulders out?
Yeah, I do.
When people don't, like, hide their kids' eyes. Oh, look at that! That looks wonderful. There's people on slides, there's kids having a good time. There's, I don't know what that is, that's like a room with some water slides in. That looks like the bottom of the slides, the Russian Rampage.
That's just asking for trouble, getting out at the end of that slide and running towards a wall.
And then there's bits that are outdoors by the looks of it, and there's kids on dinghies, and there's splashing and
The
stuff.
tipping bucket, you stand at that, I've seen one of them abroad, and it's just you just like, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and then it tips all over you.
You can get a hot sub or a pie, plus a hot/cold drink, which I guess is a drink that's both hot and cold,
Probably a
plus
slushy.
some crisps for only £6.50.
I'm going to a smokehouse on Sunday.
Where?
In Wakefield. And,
Is it Reds?
no. I can't remember what it's called now, something, I can't remember now.
Red's True Barbecue. They look
Heat
that
and Meat
way.
or something like that. But,
Is it named after Paul Heaton from The Beautiful South? Is that what it is? Heaton's
They do
Meat.
a 40-ounce burger in there that if you eat in 20 minutes, you
Don't
get for
go
free.
to a smokehouse and eat a burger. What's wrong with you?
They only do burgers and ribs.
Well, it's not a smokehouse.
They do pulled pork in the burgers.
Yeah, it's an American barbecue joint. I'm looking at it.
It is heat and meat. I thought I made that up.
No, oh, look at that. That's a rack of ribs. You have to have...
My wife was really offended because they call it bucket o' rabbit food. And we had a massive, long back and forth over text last night when she went to bed because I sent her the menu and then I was like, look, you can get bucket of rabbit food. And she was just like, well, they're just taking a mickey out of vegetarians. They're treating us like we're rabbits. And I was like,
right, that's all. It all sounds reasonable so far.
She's like, even their salads have meat in them. And I was like, but they have the herbivore menu underneath. That's two things.
It's called the Fun Guy Burger. There you go. I like that. That amuses me. Oh, what's this? We've just had a tweet from the video people. Does that mean the EGX videos are up? We'll talk about that off air, shall we?
Yeah. You just showed that you've started a little YouTube adventure.
I have.
You?
I was going to save that for the other podcast.
I know, but we can probably promote it on both. Has it got many follows?
I don't know. Hold on, let's have a look. 21 subscribers.
Whoa.
Hold on, that might change. 24 subscribers.
I feel a little bit mean because I haven't watched or subscribed to any of it yet.
You should. I've done a video every day this week. I'm a video machine. Look, did a video an hour ago. I've made graphics. That's the bit I'm most happy with. I made graphics. They look terrible, but I made them myself.
Is it just you playing Football Manager?
Yeah.
You're going to end up famous somehow, and it bugs me because there's so many better things you could do with that time that we could become famous on. I've been following...
Play Football Manager with me then.
Yeah, but
do a rival Football Manager channel. Let's compete in the world of Football Manager channels.
No, but I've been, in my time off, I've been plotting the rise of all the different YouTubers that I follow and stuff like that, and looking at how they are good and big and whatnot. It's very interesting. I mean... Right,
explain it to me then, because as a new YouTuber, I don't really understand. I've enjoyed my week on YouTube. I don't see why we didn't get involved in it years ago. Why isn't this a YouTube show? Because it's not on topic in any way. That's why it wouldn't survive on YouTube. Off-topic nonsense. It barely survives on iTunes. It certainly wouldn't survive on YouTube.
Right, but the thing is, what I seem to understand is as long as you've done a lot of stuff on there on your own... then you just start mingling with everybody else, having them on your show.
Yeah, but how do I mingle with them when I'm just playing Football Manager?
I don't know, maybe you need to do an episode where you have some prominent Football Manager come on and talk
Harry
to
Redknapp?
Yeah.
Do I have to lean out of my car window and he leans out of his car window?
Just find any other football-related YouTubers and have them.
Perhaps I could do vlogs once a week where I'm just hanging out of a car window, Harry Redknapp style. That could be my thing that I do on my channel.
When you get to the transfer window of your show, you could do your transfer deadline day special.
Can you stand outside my car holding a camera for 15 minutes once a week? while I talk about Football Manager. I might just buy a car door off of eBay and set it up in here. I don't need the whole car.
You can play through it.
Yeah, I just need a car door and a steering wheel.
Do you tell your training folk to just run about a bit?
I haven't even looked at the training. I leave that to the people who are paid for that.
That's what Harry would answer. That's Harry's response.
Exactly. Well, what do I'm the manager, not the trainer.
Yeah, I mean, if we...
A trainer's something you put on your foot. God. I've had a month off.
If we want to go anywhere, you need to cut those jokes. we need to mingle with loads of other people and do lots of crossover shows where we appear on them and they appear on us.
I just don't like other people.
Yeah. And plus, I was looking at... Have you seen on TweetDeck, they have this thing where you can see what other people are up to on there. It's like... It shows me my timeline of what everyone else is doing. It's very bizarre. But because I follow 3 or 4 people who are just Twitter kings, my TweetDeck just says, like, there's 2 people specifically that I follow. One's Ali Spagnola and one's Ben Landish or something like that. And both of them, it's just, they've followed another person, they've followed another person, they've followed another person, they've followed another person. It just loops like that for about sort of an hour a day. And then when you look at them, they've got like 2-3 million followers that all actively tweet them regularly and so on and so forth. And they're quite big on the internet and make money out of it, and it's their jobs in LA. But I asked the woman how she got to that point, and she said it was literally she pays someone £90 a month to do that for her.
I stopped listening halfway through that. When you started looping into the follower thing, I don't want to follow people. That's boring. I actually stopped listening because I saw a photograph of myself and got distracted by how handsome I look.
Yeah. We're never going to get anywhere if you don't listen.
What's this? Why? Who the hell was that? Why is that on a picture that we've been tweeted into? That's weird. Anyway, I'm going to retweet that. So this should be a live show. This is top-notch stuff. I'll tell you what we should talk about. We're doing something for charity.
Oh, yeah.
We should tell people all about it. I can't remember the link, though. So if I find it, it's Just Giving something. There you go.
If you thought we managed to fill an hour of content...
Oh, we've had a donation.
Where are you from?
Don't know. How do I find out? Rob Swab. Or Rob
Good
Swab.
old Rob Swab?
Could be Rob Swab.
Good old Rob Swab.
Rob Swab. Donate again and tell us which way round it is.
But yeah, we thought, filling an hour was so simple today that we're going to do a 24-hour live stream.
We've done 24 hours before. We can do this. We're doing 24 hours live streaming and podcasting all at the same time. So I'm going to do 24 hours of playing Football Manager and maybe Fallout and maybe a bit of Guitar Hero. Maybe. I haven't decided. You're going to do 24 hours of deciding what to play, probably. No,
I've got FTL already planned because I want to complete it. I've already got people who've told me over the past few weeks they want to sit and help me complete it over Twitch. So I'm going to get as many people as I can to sit with me and play FTL with me. I'm rubbish at it, so I do need guidance. I understand it. I understand how all the things work in it, but I don't know whether I just rush or what. But I'm just thinking having a crowd will slow me down enough that I'll focus on it. And we'll do it. We'll complete it. And
then whichever one of us gets the most viewers on our individual Twitch streams that day gets to punch the other one in the face. I think that was another agreement that we had as part of this, wasn't it?
What if we end up punching Anna?
Well, she's not going to have a Twitch stream going.
But I can't imagine how you're going to endure 24 hours of Football Manager, let alone other people.
I endure Football Manager for more than 24 hours most days. I love it.
To be fair, I've said it before, when I was younger, I had a Football Manager game that lasted. I hadn't turned it off for.
That's the beauty of Football Manager. In theory, I'm still playing it if I just put it on holiday mode and go to bed.
You're not doing that, though.
That's my theory. I was going to put it on holiday for 8 hours. I'll be back in a little while.
We're raising money for Macmillan, aren't we?
Game changers for Macmillan.
I couldn't spell Macmillan, so I put charity in my in my pitch on Facebook where I was asking people to donate, because I couldn't remember if it was MC Millen or Macmillan.
Just call it Game Changers.
But anyway, you've set a rather conservative target there, I think, 500.
Well, the reason I did that is because I looked at the other people who are currently fundraising for Game Changers, and look how low their targets are. They're all like targeting 100 quid. So I'm thinking, well, if they're only targeting 100 quid, we'll target 50 quid, 10 quid.
But there's someone up there who's raised 9,500.
Yeah, I think that's Captain Game Changer himself.
Go up to the top. Who is it?
No, that's the campaign overall has raised that amount.
Well, then let's aim to beat that. Stupid.
But we can't beat that because we're part of that. So every pound we contribute to that also adds to that, you absolute moron.
They think they're full of everything, but wait.
Because look, we're on the list, we're there, look. That's me and you.
Right.
So it's there, Kevin Steve. Do I need to label that means you, so that you know I'm talking about you as well there?
I just want to beat that target.
So if you would like to, in fact I'm going to read the Game Changers for Macmillan spiel. We're getting the Game Changers together. 24 hours of the biggest gamers playing the best games. And FTL. And every pound we raise will make sure Macmillan can help people with cancer take back control. See, they've thought about that. They've linked that into gaming. It's very clever. So yeah, that's going to be on the 13th. Well, we're going to start on the Friday the 13th, like all good charity endeavours. We're starting at, I think, 8 p.m. We've said on Friday the 13th of November. We're going to be live until 8 p.m. on Saturday the 14th of November. If you would like to stick a few quid in the pot and help us raise some money for an excellent cause, you can do that by going to justgiving.com/MGP Game Changers.
We're going to have to cancel it.
Why?
Because you're starting it. Well, no, sorry, it finishes halfway into Doctor Who that week.
So what?
I'm going to miss the first half.
So? You're probably going to miss the second half as well, because you'll go to bed.
But yeah, I don't think that's fair.
On who?
Me. I think I'm the biggest loser in all of this.
Well, you just stop at...
No, I'm making...
Why don't you stop at 23 hours then?
Because it's for charity. We'll put Doctor Who on
exactly.
in the background.
If it was for us, we'd do the full 24 hours. It's only for charity, so just stop at 23. Who cares? What do you reckon people are going to ask for their money back if you stop halfway through? That's the beauty of it.
I always ask for my money back if they don't complete the target.
That's the beauty of it. It's for charity. We'll tell them now we're doing 24 hours. We'll get to the day and say, yeah, you know what, we didn't fancy it. We've gone down the pub instead.
We didn't say we were doing them all consecutively. The next 24 days.
Yeah, exactly. We're really setting people up to want to donate here, aren't we? But yeah, donate some money to that. It's an excellent cause. In your spirit of mingling with the YouTuber people as well, I found out the day after we set that up that the Football Manager YouTube community are doing their own 24-hour live stream the next day for a different charity. So I'm really mingling with them, aren't I? The day before for a different charity on my own.
Well, that will stand you out from the crowd.
Shall I just do the next day as well? Shall I do shall I do the whole weekend? I'll do 48 hours of live YouTube Football Manager for 2 different charities.
I'm going to try and use my usual magic touch to get in touch with companies and say, charity, send us stuff or give it away to people who listen.
I assume you'll word it slightly differently to that. Oh, we've also been given something to auction to go towards it. We have been given, by Jake Body, has given us 2 tickets to see the Deftones at Wembley on the 21st of November. We're going to do an auction and all the proceeds are going to go into the pot for Game Changers.
Do you know what would be a really good idea? It'd be to message the Deftones themselves and have people retweet that and share it to their actual fans who'd be willing to pay more for them.
So I think we're going to stick them on eBay. And what I'll do, I'll set up a quick link to get you to that eBay page. So by the time...
I thought you were joking, but that's a great idea. I was sat here thinking, he's going to eBay him and come... No, there is a proper way of doing it, isn't there? Yeah.
So by the time you're listening to this episode, it will be at maturegamerpodcast.com/Deftones. And you'll be able to get there and bid on them. And it all goes towards the Game Changers kitty, and that's thanks to... wonderful Jake Body, who's been on Mature Gamer a couple of times and has a beard these days.
He regularly has tickets to chuck around, doesn't he? He offered me tickets to some things before.
I think he's probably a tout.
Probably is, isn't he? Seems that sort.
Yeah. We're not making any guarantees that these are real tickets. We're just putting that out there.
Yeah.
This is a man on the internet who said, I've got some tickets to sell. He also says, let me know who wins and I'll send it to him. So we're never going to see these tickets.
Do you remember?
So if you end up in prison, it's his fault, not ours.
Do you remember when I got Deco's boots? Was it Deco or was it Costa? I can't remember now. A Chelsea footballer ended up with his boots to sell.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We auctioned them for charity.
Did we?
Yeah. I must have sent 1 million tweets asking people to retweet.
Is this why your Twitter deletes itself?
Probably.
So that you stop talking about Deco's boots?
Some random Chelsea fan got in touch with me over private message and was just like, I'll give you, I think it was like 200 quid for him. And I was like, are you sure, mate? Because like that's way above the most recent bid. And he's like, yeah, I just want to guarantee I get them. And then I just sent him the boots in a box. There was nothing to tell him they were definitely Deco's.
What, they weren't even signed?
They were signed.
By you?
It could no, I'd been given them by a mate of mine.
You went to JD Sports, bought a pair of boots, wrote on them with a Sharpie.
My mate went to a charity auction and then got drunk and bought them for 100 quid or something stupid. But to give money to charity. And then he was like, I don't know why I bought them, I was drunk. You can have it, give it away for your charity thing. So then, yeah, some bloke bought them for 200 quid. Charity got 200 quid, sorted.
We'll do that again with these Deftones tickets. What is a Deftone?
They're a band.
Are they? Are they good?
I can't remember any of their songs, but I'm pretty sure.
Do we want these tickets before we auction them?
Well,
should we just tell Jake that some fella called Steve in Peterborough won?
We'll Spotify them, see if we like the cut of their jib, and then
because quite frankly,
we can just buy them with the fee we're taking out of doing the event.
We're putting ourselves out a little bit the weekend before. It'd be quite nice to have a little treat down at Wembley the next weekend to thank us for all our charity hard work.
Maybe if we get enough backing for it, we'll ask them if we can open for them.
Yeah,
or your Guitar Hero
depending on how good they are, they might be able to open for us. I have no idea who they are.
They're quite an old band, aren't they?
So are they for young people, old people,
no,
people with tattoos,
our age, I'd say.
Or clean people?
Don't know.
Okay.
I can't remember. My friends used to like them, I think, years ago. John probably likes them.
Oh, really? Well, people like John have got a lot of money.
Mm.
There you go. So these tickets, we're going to start the auction at £600 a ticket. John would pay that, wouldn't he, to go and see them?
Are they standing? Are they front row? Are they...
I don't know, they're tickets.
On stage?
They're at Wembley.
Stage?
What do you do at Wembley? I've never been to a gig at Wembley.
You stand in the
middle
middle
stand on the pitch?
Yeah.
Well, they're probably standing then. Do you sit down as well? You'd be bloody miles away.
I'm guessing it's not Wembley Stadium. It's probably just Wembley Arena.
Well, it says Wembley. I don't know.
We'll find out.
I got sent a tweet by a guy off the internet. I'm taking it all as fact now. And the Deftones.
Why did you call him Mishu? Just says, that's fantastic. Thanks, Mishu.
It says, or even, thanks very much. Why autocorrect would switch to Michu, I don't know.
Cheers, Michu.
But that's what we're calling him now. Let's see if the Deftones are actually playing Wembley. On the 21st of November, because this all could be an elaborate con.
I saw the Offspring at Wembley, and that was at the arena, which that one is.
Deftones Wembley on
Superb. How much tickets going for on there, and then we know
£1,900. Oh,
that's the time, you idiot.
There's 236 tickets left.
Find tickets.
I'm finding some tickets. Let's have a look. What if... Should we buy our own tickets? Cause
if they're quite low priced, we'll buy them all up.
I don't understand. At StubHub, you pretend, don't you? It's not real tickets. It's like on Friends, you're guessing the price of the tickets or something. There you go. They're 35 quid each on there. 350 quid each on there. So
they go up. They start at 35 for the bad ones. Let's hope Jake got standing on the stage ones.
Yeah. Backstage passes to the Deftones at Wembley. Probably. If they don't let you back there, just play them this podcast. I'm sure they'll let you through. So we said it was okay. So
just tell them, oh no, I got these for charity.
Kevin Steve said so.
It was a charity ticket.
They're from the internet, don't you know?
Maybe we'll send them some hand-drawn ones.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Rugby's Robbie Fowler. And then they'll roll around laughing because of that internet meme that was doing the rounds recently about Rugby's Robbie Fowler. And they'll probably let you in anyway for being a cheeky whippersnapper.
I find at these events, if you just walk around not looking at the people on the door, if you just time it right and play it right, they just don't know who you are, so they don't want to look out of turn and say the wrong thing, so they just ignore you. I've got away with so many things just walking through people like that.
Are you a ghost? Did you die on the operating table?
Maybe you're talking to a ghost. Yeah. When you play this back and there's no me. There was no me in that bit you just played back a minute ago when it was stopped recording on its own randomly.
Well, that's because it was just me talking.
That's what I'm saying.
I reckon I'm probably doing both voices though. If I was insane, I'd like to think I'd be so crazy that I'd do both voices and keep swapping seats. So if you're listening to this and Steve's voice sounds a bit weird, and between me talking and him talking, there's a pause and it sounds like someone's shuffling around, moving from seats to seats. And if that happened, he probably did die, and I've just gone crazy, and I'm pretending he's here to keep the show going. So, I don't know, perhaps that was that. Why, Cockney geezer, here.
That was terrible. If this episode seems a bit mad and all over the place, but I think it's because it's been 4 weeks, isn't it?
That was a better one, though. That was a better version of your voice that I did there.
But yeah.
We're out of practice.
Yeah, no, we'll be back on topic next week.
We won't, though. We've not been on topic for years.
We should go back to doing shorter ones then.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
They were hard work and time-consuming. I've got a YouTube video a day to do now, damn it. I get nearly double figures of viewers on there. I can't give that up. Sorry, I forgot to swap seats.
I just wanted to wait and see whether you'd do anything. I'm thinking I need to go on YouTube and beat you to it now.
Yeah, you play...
Sheepdog monologues.
Oh, goodness sake. I guarantee I'll have more subscribers than you by the end of the year if you start a YouTube channel this weekend. And if I don't, you can punch me in the scrotum.
Oh, I'm going to do it now. You've given me the impetus.
Although you're not allowed to tell anyone that that's the bet, because I have a feeling people would subscribe to you just to get me punched in the scrotum.
Okay, I won't tell anyone.
Okay, cool. We're running out of time. If you want to hear more of this, because it's been so good this week, make sure you are on our mailing list or on our Patreon. So you can do that by going to weirefromtheinternet.com/bonus, and you'll get a little bit more from the internet, as we have to drag this out for another 15-20 minutes. Because that'll be easy. Also, did you know you can follow us on Twitter at Kevin Steve, or you can follow me at Lelujo?
And I'm at RB6K.
We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/Kevin Steve. And we have a website, weirefromtheinternet.com. That went down 2 weeks ago because we forgot to pay the bill.
Was that why it went down?
Yeah, so people probably really thought the show had stopped. We hadn't had a show for 2 weeks, and then the website disappeared because we forgot to pay the electric.
Let's discuss that on More From the Internet in a moment.
We shall. Oh, yeah, bye everyone.
Bye.
Want to support the show?
Do all your Amazon shopping through we'refromtheinternet.com/Amazon, and it doesn't cost you anything extra, but we get a little kickback on everything you buy.